Hi, I'm Tricia, Research Manager at Immerse.
I'm Christina, Curriculum and Assessment Manager at Immerse.
Welcome to Connecting the Dots, Converse on the Verse. This show is all about diving into the pedagogy and efficacy behind Immerse, the first virtual reality language learning platform designed specifically for live language teaching and learning.
In this episode, learn about our upcoming conference, ImmerseCon. Hello. So really excited for today's episode because we're going to hear about something Tricia's been working really hard on called ImmerseCon. And ImmerseCon, subtitle here, Shaping the Future of Language Learning in Virtual Spaces. So let's just jump right in, Tricia. What is it?
Yeah, that's a great question, Christina. ImmerseCon is our first annual free 2-day conference. It will be online. And the whole point of it is to explore the role of VR and AI in language teaching and learning. So we decided to do this because, as you know, we have a ton of research partners. We have a ton of research that's going on. We also have been connecting with a lot of industry leaders at all of our conferences this past fall. And so we really wanted to create a space to kind of bring those people together and share the different work they're doing with these two technologies, kind of the updates in terms of research. What do we know? So yeah, it's our free 2-day virtual event. It'll be February 15th and 16th. And I'm really excited about it. We have some great speakers lined up.
Good. That's my very next question. So can you give us a little glimpse of what we might expect to hear and see?
Yeah. So we have 2 keynotes lined up, which I am especially excited about. One is Professor Johan Bonner from Canada University of International Studies. He has done a ton of work on virtual reality, augmented reality, mixed reality. He's a real thought leader in the field in terms of like, where are these technologies going? And he does a lot of practical work with teachers too, showing them how can you use this in your classroom. So he's going to be giving our first keynote presentation on February 15th. And then our second keynote, who I'm super excited about, is Professor Brent Warner. And he, very similar to Johan Bonner, has done a ton of work that's geared towards like the practical implications of this technology, but he focuses more on AI. So his talk will be really geared on the AI portion of our conference instead of like VR or mixed reality. So he will be presenting on that Friday. So those are our 2 keynotes. And then we'll also have some talks by Immerse's research partners. We'll have 4 presentations from that. We'll be hearing from some of the teachers involved in our meta grant about their experiences using VR in the classroom. What are the benefits and challenges of that? And then we'll also be hearing from some of Immerse's guides and our product team on really like the behind the scenes of, what goes into designing these features from ideation all the way to building them in the platform. So it should be quite an array of topics.
Yeah, I'm very, very excited. I've actually been following Brent for a while on TESOL. He keeps a blog. So really excited to hear his keynote, as well as so many of the others. You have some great, great speakers lined up. Will attendees get a glimpse at what Immerse is and how they can use it in their own classes?
Yeah, that's a great question. So we want the conference to be not only Immerse themed, right? We want to bring together just the larger like research on AI and VR and language learning. But that being said, we will have an overview of our curriculum, a deep dive into kind of the Immerse platform. We're also going to do an Immerse tour. We're kind of going to situate it as our like networking hour, but it'll be within the Immerse platform. We'll be able to take people around, show them the different locations and kind of what they're able to do. And like I said, they'll also hear from our guides, and they'll hear from real teachers who are using this in their classrooms. So the hope is to, give them a really good understanding of what Immerse is and how they can use it, but also showing kind of, how people are doing that already.
Great. So who should attend?
Everyone.
So if I'm a language teacher at a community college, is this a conference for me?
Yes, I would say we are primarily everyone is welcome. Okay, anyone who's interested in these topics is more than welcome to come. But we have designed the talks to really cater more towards people in higher ed or community colleges, high schools, anywhere in the education space, teachers as well as admin and kind of what's the word program coordinators, um, directors of language. So yeah, anyone in the higher ed space, I would say, is definitely it would definitely be more interesting to them. However, even for industry folks, we do actually have a lot who have already registered. I won't say who they are because I don't want to give away anyone's names, but we should have a good mix. I'm excited about that for kind of the networking portion of our conference.
Okay. So if I'm a higher ed educator and I attend the 2-day conference, what do you think some of my takeaways are going to be?
Yeah, that's a great question, Christina. I'll say again, I think our keynotes, they're really focusing on the practical implications on how to use this technology in your classroom. So if that's something you've been wondering and you're, seeing all these kind of theories around this technology, but you want to know how do I actually use it? This is a conference for you. And I'll also say, our research partners that'll be presenting data, it's less, the talks are going to be research based, but they're trying to present them in a way to where practitioners can understand, okay, what are the benefits of using this technology? What impact does it make with students and why does it matter? So yeah, those are the two kind of key takeaways that come to mind.
Okay, excellent. So it's not just, and I think that's really important to reiterate this, not just for those who may have headsets at their institution, but for anybody who really wants to use these innovative, cutting edge technologies to enhance the
Exactly.
language learning experience. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. And it's not just VR based,
Right.
it is VR and AI, and some of that will be fusing the two, like we do in Immerse, but some of them will be focusing just on AI or just on VR. So, and by VR, I mean desktop based VR as well as, headset based VR. So, yes, we're hoping it will be very accessible, regardless of the technology you have available at your school or workplace.
Perfect. So last question here. How do I learn more about it and how do I register?
Great question. So we do have a website, which I'll make sure we put in our show notes here. And if you go to that website, you can just register through that. Like I said, it's completely free. When you register, you'll receive an email that has, more information about the conference and how to access all the talks, and the schedule. So yeah,
Well, it sounds great. I know it's an event I'm looking forward to. I know you've been working really hard to get it all together. So kudos to you, Tricia, and really
thank
excited
you.
for it.
Yeah, I'm super excited for it as well.
Well, thank you everybody for joining us on this episode of Converse on the Verse. And hopefully we will see you at ImmerseCon.